with no ifs or buts, that there'll be no third runway at Heathrow Airport whilst he leads his party.
Whoa.
Very clearly, while I do believe we need to establish a form of review that will bring parties together and make a decision about airport capacity, I will not be breaking my manifesto pledge.
Lots of contestants of all ages have entered from all over southwest London. This includes school children and professional filmmakers, all hoping to win the grand prize. So what are you expecting to see today?
Some really good contributions film-wise about, you know, why people should be extended. And that's all about. So
What are your opinions on that then?
I am not in favour of the extension.
I personally think that David Cameron is a liar and a coward. He's hiding behind the Davis Commission and he was not brave enough to face the electorate. He came in with this manifesto, no ifs, no buts. He should put it to an election and let us choose. Thank you very much.
So obviously you're very excited about what's going on tonight, you know?
Just found out last week that our film has been shortlisted, so really excited about that.
Well, we've gone at it at a little bit of a comic angle, I hope. I hope people find it funny. Not that we think the issue's funny by any means, but I think quite often with a bit of satire you end up maybe making people think a little bit more about the issue rather than that kind of hard-hitting, go do this. It's kind of a slightly softer way to look at an important issue, so that's what we hope it achieves.
Oh, is that the 380? 10th so far. You know why they call it a bus, don't you? You wait ages for one to come along and then saw one of them gliders the other day. Does that count? No, you have to smell the fuel. That's the golden rule.
So, this is where tonight's three judges will be sitting. Natalie, who do you want to win tonight?
I'd like somebody with a strong message about the Heathrow runway. What about you?
I'd like someone with a visually impressive video to win tonight as well.
So, here we are, the Richmond Theatre. 1,000+ guests on their way. Tension starting to build.
My name is Giles Brandreth. I'm very excited, honoured, thrilled, and happy to be here.
Yeah, brilliantly made, very powerful. I don't know, this is too difficult now.
Gather again in this room in about 15 minutes' time. Ladies and gentlemen, can we please salute the 15 filmmakers?
I was amazed. I mean, every single one of them was a mini masterpiece.
What I'd like to say is that if, regarding the Heathrow expansion, if the planet could speak, it would say, please don't build this third runway.
They were excellent. I want to involve children, pets, politicians. Well, you've got successful filmmaking, haven't you?
I thought they were all very good. I thought they were very good professional.
It shouldn't be built. End of story.
I thought it was absolutely amazing standard, and I liked all of them, and I don't know how the judges are going to make their decision.
So, Mr. Grant, how was your evening? How did you think about the quality of the films you saw tonight?
Well, I'm bound to say they were brilliant. I'd have to say that anyway, even if they'd been crap. But actually, they were genuinely brilliant. I was amazed, slightly jealous, as people were just that talented.
I think that our winner summed it up at the end when he said that actually, if you have a subject that people feel so passionate about, the rest of it just kind of rolls out. But actually, it was very creative. The filmmaking itself, actually, technically, was so brilliant, and then the messages were very strong. So really impressed. It made our job very hard, but I think the right person won.
Excellent.
I hope everyone sits up and takes notice, because Heathrow keeps going on and off the agenda, and I think this puts it back on the agenda again. And I think anyone who saw all those films cannot be in any doubt that it's an environmental, human, civic catastrophe in the making.
How long did it actually take you to make your films and finish it?
It took us about 6 weeks to do the film.
Yeah.
So from planning to animation and render. So that was 6 weeks for that one.
The film started with Daniel Grant and Andrew Chan, who came up with the idea. They wrote it, all came to me to shoot and direct it, and it all came together very quickly. I shot it myself, in my house, in my garden, in my neighbour's house, in my neighbour's garden. Good ideas come from good causes quite often, and I think the message speaks for itself. That's the important thing. There's a message that this issue affects a lot of people, and hopefully we've been able to draw attention to it.
Trouble with a short film is I'll probably be cut out. This will be my only contribution. Just me saying it's a short film, and that was it. So thank you for letting me be in your film. Anyway, what was interesting about the evening is it was huge fun. The films, about 60 films entered the competition, £10,000 prize. No wonder they entered. We saw the top 15, and then we had to choose the top 3. Very, very difficult. Not one of the films was a dud. Hugh particularly liked films that he felt were filmic. Weren't like TV commercials, weren't like a little mini soap opera that did something that only film could do. I think the rest of us were a bit more pedestrian and liked a story that was told that had a bit of heart. I liked the ones where the information was put across, the dangers, the physical damage that an extra runway at Heathrow could do.
So the more statistical kind of analysis towards the problem.
That appealed to me, but anyway, the ultimate vote was in the hands of the people. Sure. So I was, for the evening, the poor man's Bruce Forsyth.
Well, one of them, actually the winning one, we actually questioned whether or not it was a professional film, because it was beautifully made. And I think sometimes you can get people that are very, very good at making films, but there's no sort of heart and soul in it. And actually what I was so impressed with tonight was that none of that was lost in the making of these beautiful films, and they were very creative, very different, and genuinely a really tough night for us.
Yeah. Could you tell us a bit about how tonight's proceedings went? What's been a success?
I thought it was a massive success. You had 15 films there. Any one of them could have won. Any one of them has the capacity to go viral, to reach huge, huge audiences, and that's what I wanted. I wanted to crowdsource. I wanted people to develop the tools to really help us win this campaign. I wanted 1 or 2 really powerful films. I got 15. So I feel like this has been a real success. I think it's galvanized, support. You saw the enthusiasm in the audience, 800 or so people. I think this is just the tip of a very, very large iceberg, but it's an important part of it. Look, you can spend ages arguing about the details, the congestion, the noise, the pollution, the monopoly, all these different issues are really important when you're trying to win the argument. But ultimately it's a human scale argument that resonates most, and even with politicians. So if I can get this in front of the Prime Minister, and I will, and persuade him to watch at least the finalists, the top 3, I think it will have an impact on him. I think it'll remind him of the promise that he made just a few years ago, and it'll remind him just how important people think that promise was.
Yay! Barnes Film Academy, where brilliant films are made. Tomorrow, today, at the Barnes Film Academy. Yes.